Welcome back to the Good Green Home Show. Today we have a wonderful guest, Cherie Colburn, who is a children's author and a garden advocate. She's just wonderful all the way around in teaching people how to attract butterflies and have lovely gardens. Welcome to the show, Cherie.
Shauna, I appreciate you and Rich having me on.
Welcome, Cherie, and thank you for coming on the show. We're very excited, and I was telling Shauna before today's show that I'm interested in writing a children's book, a children's gardening book of my own, and she said, well, you're in luck because our guest, Cherie Colburn, has done just that, so I'm excited, and I need to get your book. I'm ashamed that I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to get that.
I don't hold any grudges, I promise. And I have 4 books, actually.
You do, several of them. In fact, why don't we talk about them real quick? Tell us, why you started writing children's books, specifically about gardening. I think they're wonderful. And also tell us more about the books themselves.
All right. I am a landscape designer, and I have been for 25 years. I do commercial and residential. And I do low maintenance, primarily native plants. That's my specialty in Texas. And I've lived all over Texas, so I know everything from Gulf Coast, where I am now, all the way to West Texas, where it's a very, very arid area. It's high desert.
Uh-huh.
And I went to school at Texas A&M, which is a little bit north of here, where I am, near Houston. Mm-hmm. So I've gardened all over the place.
Well, so you're an agricultural person, right? Do you went for the Texas A&M Aggies?
Aggie.
Yeah.
Well, I have gone to many schools. I married my junior year, and my husband is also a Texas Aggie, as is one of my daughters. And we were transferred, and so I went to many schools, but I did get to finish up landscape design at Texas A&M.
Wonderful.
But the main reason that I got into writing is, and I'd written for years for magazines. I've been writing for about 20 years for gardening magazines, but I got sick it's been almost 18 years now. And I was misdiagnosed with a fatal disease, eosinophilic gastroenteritis. And I left the doctor with how to spell it. And
wow.
I'm so thankful for the internet, because it told me that I should be dead at my age. I was in my 30s. And so I thought, this guy may be wrong. And just like with our environment, we are the advocates for our health. And I started doing research and thought, that's not what I have. That's not what's wrong with me. And I found out that I do have a number of pretty severe allergies, but it's not anything that I can't get up past. So I am always wanting to help people with their health. Pesticides are a huge issue for me. Mm-hmm. But during that time, a huge blessing came out of it, as often does with serious illness. And since I couldn't garden, I started writing about gardens. Oh. And one of the things that I wrote was from a dream that I had about a night garden. And in the dream, I was completely well. I recognized it later as probably some memories of my grandmother's night garden. And my book, Our Shadow Garden, came out of that. I gave that to MD Anderson Cancer Center, the children's art project there, and they made it into a book.
It's lovely, too, because you see all the children's art is contributed into the book. So instead of being illustrated, by an adult or an artist that's more professional in nature, it's the kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is awesome because I think that if you're a sick kid in a hospital, imagine how inspiring it would be to be thinking about gardens and growing and doing good things.
Mm-hmm. And the Children's Art Project at MD Anderson is just an incredible compilation of volunteers, paid artists, volunteer artists, and they all go together to work with the children. Now, I gave MD Anderson the book. All the proceeds from the book, 100% goes to MD Anderson, to Children's Art Project. And in fact, it pays for scholarships for the children who survive cancer, and many of them do now, thank the Lord. Mm-hmm. They get to go on to college, and this helps pay for college for them.
Oh, That's
It's a
terrific.
really cool project. And so it was certainly a labor of love. And I really never intended necessarily for to become an author, because I was very happy doing landscape design and writing for magazines. But the company, the book company, the publisher that MD Anderson hired to do the book, then asked me what else I had. And so I pitched some other ideas to them, and they started making books.
Hey, we are so glad that you were able to come on our show. Our time's just about up. If you would like to mention the website for the hospital that you were talking about earlier, where you can go and make a donation or help out the children's hospital, that would be lovely.
Well, and you can also get the books from there. Now, the books are, everywhere else online. But when you do buy it from another source, of course, that bookstore or online source will get a portion of the proceeds. If you buy it from the hospital, 100% goes to the hospital.
Great.
And the web address is www.childrensart, all one word, .org. Childrensart.org.
All right. Well, thank you again for being with us, Cherie. We really learned a lot about kids and gardens, and thanks so much. Good luck with your gardening this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You guys also.
Thanks, Cherie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was Cherie Colburn, and children's author, and she was giving us some great advice.
Great landscape. She's a landscaper originally, and I think that finding a way to connect children to the garden is the way to go.
Yeah, and don't make it seem like work. Make it seem like fun. You know, it's a privilege to get out in the garden. I think that was a great message.
Absolutely.
So we'll be back with the Good Green Home Show after a message from our sponsors.
Alsip Home and Nursery's trained staff of certified horticulturists and organic gardening gurus are the local experts for promoting sustainable, healthy living throughout the community. Our green team can turn even the most inexperienced gardener's thumb green. Alsip Home and Nursery features Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana's largest selection of plants and organic gardening supplies. Look no further than Alsip Home and Nursery's green team.
Is your lawn being ruined by moles and voles? Bonide has the solution. Bonide MoleMax is an effective repellent to use against moles, voles, rabbits, gophers, groundhogs, squirrels, skunks, and other burrowing animals. The environmentally friendly MoleMax formulation makes it a great product to apply in areas where children and pets play. Just apply 3 or 4 times per year to send nuisance animal pests away. If your lawn needs some repair from mold damage, use MoleMax RX with Lawn Revitalizer. This will help repair your lawn while repelling the moles and voles. Bonide's MoleMax and MoleMax RX are available in a granule and easy spreader application or in a convenient 5-pound shaker applicator for flower or vegetable gardens. Bonide products are family made in America. Bonide MoleMax mole and vole repellent is available at your local hardware store, garden center, or farm feed store, or go to bonide.com for a retailer near you. This product is not for sale in Indiana.